Hi, Marcus Bronzy here from How to Kill an Hour, and today we've got another episode of What's in the Box. But today's What's in the Box is a little bit different because, yes, we are unboxing the iPhone 13 Pro Max, but if you think things look a little bit different, it's because they are. We're actually shooting this whole unboxing on an iPhone 13 Pro Max. We've got this wide cam on the cinematic mode, we've got this B cam on the cinematic mode, and the one up top isn't on the cinematic mode because basically it would be a bit weird, but we'll get into that later. But anyway, let's get into this unboxing experience because, hey, Apple are known for premium unboxing experiences. So for starters, we've got that slimmer Apple box, which we've kind of come to expect over the years because there's going to be less in there than usual, isn't there? This is one of my favorite bits of unboxing anything, the peel back. And again, I bet everyone remembers the first time that they opened their iPhone. Woo. For starters there, we've got this nice, I can't remember the color of the white, we'll put that in the video afterwards, but we've got this nice pearlescent white iPhone 13 Pro Max. Obviously it comes in a few different sizes as well, and I think that's to help accompany when I say sizes, the actual memory sizes are quite different as well, and that's to accompany the type of video shooting that you can do with them. Because now, as we record this, they've unlocked ProRes, which means you can unlock and record very high quality video with a lot of data in it. But we'll get into that in a second. But anyway, here are the cameras. We have the zoom, the wide and the ultra wide lens as well, which can double up as a macro when you get real close to things. And then we've also got the big old flash, and then we've got the sensor there to help you get those awesome portrait photos or cinematic mode. Peel that back there. Ooh, oh, that screen is so clean I can see my face in it. My screen's only ever like that once. After like 5 minutes, it's all greasy. But let's take the phone out and have a little look at it first. And what I like about this is that we've really embraced that square edged design, because I think this is reminiscent of the iPhone 4, which was the first kind of squared off iPhone with glass on the front and the back. As we flip it over, you can just see this year's lenses definitely protrude a bit more, it's fair to say. Definitely do. They stick out a bit more, but they can do a lot more as well. I think to expect us to kind of have all of this cinematic mode that we're using with our B cam and all of the other modes that we've got in a casing that is flush with the phone, it would be nice, but maybe in the future. But I'm not too offended at how much this sticks out. It feels like it sticks out a couple of mil. Bottom, we've got the speakers and the mics as well. That classic lightning port, which who knows what the EU government's going to do, because there's word on the road that they're going to make all iPhones have USB-C ports, but we'll see. In terms of what else is in the box, we have got, this is just some instructions and the little thingamajig that we use to pop out the SIM card. And here we've got a spare USB-C to Lightning cable. And to be fair, there you have it. That is the unboxing of the iPhone 13 Pro Max shot on iPhone 13 Pro Maxes. Massive shout out to the guys from Apple and Vodafone for getting these devices over to us and allowing us to have all of these instead of cameras in them. Now, I guess you'd probably expect to see a few more shots that were taken in cinematic mode. So right now we're going to take one of these phones outside and take some lovely shots of cinematic mode and see exactly how they look. But before you go anywhere, you can also adjust the subject in focus, or whether if the background's in focus, in your phone after shooting, which is great. But what about in the edit, if you want to adjust it when you're doing something after the shoot on your computer? Well, you can adjust those using Final Cut. And we may not be connoisseurs of that program here at How to Kill an Hour, but we're going to give it a try and let you know how we get on trying to adjust those cinematic points in an editing program. So here we have the original shot that we actually used earlier in this shoot, where you can see some poor focus from myself to the church and back to myself again. And here we are in Final Cut, and you need to be on the latest version, and I think you need to be on Big Sur to be able to see these options. But as you can see, there are these yellow dots on the timeline here where you can actually see the different focus points. So there's one here, 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 and here. So that's 4 points there, and you can actually delete them. There you go. Click and delete, and then you've removed the points, and then you can go back and add in your own focus points. So you can say, hey, I want the church to be in focus here, and then I want to, or you can adjust those extra settings we'll get to in a little while. But here you can see, let's switch over to where I wink at the camera, go back a little bit there, scrub along the timeline, and I want focus there. Just have to click where you want that focus point to be, and you can see it tracking my face, which is what cinematic mode does. And then I want to switch back to the church there. And you can see it tries to track as best it can. It's better at tracking faces though at this moment in time. And then let's add a fourth one in there. Hey, that's great. And then as well as that, let's just scrub forward a little bit more again. You can actually adjust the depth of field as well. So that's how much the background is blurred out compared to the subject that's in focus, which is a really important thing to adjust, or a fun thing to adjust as well. You can really bring out your subject, or you can choose to have your subject less in focus, or say the background less out of focus is probably the best way of putting it. Just scrub along the timeline, let you watch it. There you go, wink, nice. Switch the focus back there. And you can actually delete your blocks again. So it's totally malleable in terms of you adjusting your focus, which is something that I think we'd all wish that we could have done over the years with regards to editing. But finally we can now. We can shoot stuff and change our focus points, which is something that is a lot of fun. I've been Marcus Bronzy. This has been How to Kill an Hour. Thank you very much for watching this very special episode of What's in the Box.